Four of us in here for that, so we'll kick off with Simon from the Sun.
Mikel, just on the meeting you spoke about, was that today with the players and staff at the training ground?
No, it was yesterday. We have meetings every day. This is not something different.
Yeah, it just feels like this was a more kind of impactful meeting than you maybe had.
We had many others. Weeks ago in Milan we had a big one as well. So, no, it is what is required. Is at the end sometimes you have to check. How do you feel? And how do I feel? And I need to express that. And that's very good. And especially is how, if not, you just get in the daily routines and it's not efficient. Is what do I want? How do I want to live the next 4 months in the beautiful context that we have ahead of us? And it's a very important question.
When you have these periods where, you know, it's a sort of a wobble in the season, do you have someone who you can talk to, who you can sort of, you know, calibrate yourself with and kind of get perspective yourself? Because obviously you're leading the club.
Yes.
You can lean on.
Yeah. Anyone, I can talk to Josh, I can talk to Rich, I can talk to Andrea, to staff, to players, which is the best information that you can have because they are the ones that are daily there on the pitch. I have coaches, I have family. So I'm very lucky because I can open and ask the right questions and understand how I feel as well.
Ed from The Guardian.
I mean, just on the meeting, you obviously had these meetings where you have a lot of them with the players, but when you've had other setbacks in the past and you've had these meetings, do you sense that this time around that the players have got the belief that they can come back from this, despite all the scar tissue that some of them have from previous season?
Yes, because when I ask them how they feel, and I think if I have to, probably it was like this. Vamos, let's go. And that's the mindset, and this is what this moment requires, is that energy, that conviction, because of what we are doing. That's it, and place it in a natural way. Because if we want to achieve that, there are going to be bumps in the road. If not, guys, we are kidding ourselves. That's it.
And just to ask you about Martin Zubimendi, he's played the most minutes for you in the Premier League, outfield player. Do you think he needs a bit of a rest? Because you know he's played so many minutes, and also with Christian Norgaard hasn't started a Premier League game yet. Do you think that there's a big role for him to play in the second half of the season?
Yes, there is a role, but I wouldn't put the error that we had with Subi down to the minutes, because imagine that he scores the first header and we win 1-0. Then is he tired or no? So we don't know. At the end, it's not about that. Martin was fresh and he was really conscious about, okay, we made a mistake that cost us a goal, but it's part of football. I played there, I made mistakes that has cost. If you want to play in the manner that we play, those are mistakes that are part of our game.
And just on Christian, says he's going to play a bigger role for you as the season progresses.
Yeah, he's already playing a big role. On the pitch, he hasn't played that much, but he has a very, very important and big role in the team and in and around the club. And I think when you get him sitting and speaking in front of you, straight away you understand probably what I'm talking about.
It's Handelima.
Hi, Mikel. With meetings like you had just after the United game, when there is a defeat, what's the atmosphere kind of like? Are the players raising voices? Is it heated? Is it very good recovery? What's it like?
No, because it's what I said. There's nothing to fault attitude or effort or willingness. It's not that. That sometimes it was a really strange game. Watching it back 2 times as well. To accept that we lost that game is tough. I mean, do you deserve to lose it only for one reason, because of the efficiency that they had? For the rest, no. But you have to accept that and use as well that, learn from it, use that pain and move on immediately, because there is no time to stay in the past.
Being in a title race with a lot of pressure, speculation, everything that's around all of this, is there a psychology?
Excitement.
Excitement as well?
Yes.
Is there potentially a psychologist? Joy you've involved?
Yes.
Is there potentially a psychologist at the club that's talked to the players about the pressure of either a title race or just like the week?
Yeah, we have people in and around the club. We have people with experience that have done that as well. But then I think it's something very internal as well, how you perceive that, and just that's on your DNA. People can talk to you, but at the end, you have to do that, because everything is good. But what happens when you lose 2 balls in a row? Great. I mean, is how you react then, and that's psychology that is very difficult. Someone in a room, when you are very protected, can help you to do.
Okay, finally we go to Gary from The Times.
If I could ask you, which of the players would stand up in a meeting like that? Which are the ones who've got the loud voices? Which are the ones who sort of maybe have got a reflective view that kind of make the points, and which are the ones who are slightly more?
A lot of players, but it's not about raising the voice. It's actually talking about what is relevant. How can we help the team? How do I feel? Because when you have a defeat or you have a moment, whatever it is, the tendency is to start about other people and others they don't do or they don't. No, talk about yourself. How do I feel, or how can I do this better, or how can I help, or what am I not doing? And that's much more powerful. And then we can talk about the rest of the things. And that's for me the most important thing. And we have a group that is so honest. When it has to be vulnerable, is vulnerable, and especially because they want it that badly that that the energy that you feel immediately is incredible.
It was noticeable on Sunday after, I think it was the one where United went 2-1. The players had a big meeting in the centre. They all got together, which I don't think I've ever seen that this season. And it almost looked like there was some very honest things said in that meeting about who's not doing what. So I just wondered, who is someone like Declan, or who would be the person who actually sort of says, "Come on, guys, you're not doing your job. I'm not doing my job."
That's the team as a whole, and someone might lead it in one moment. I don't know who it was in that moment, but that's taking ownership and just making things that can help the team in the moment, because after it's too late. Is always tell them, act in the moment. You feel something, you think it's something good for the team, go and do it because you guys are there. That's to take ownership. The next day, we're stopping the video. That's too late and it doesn't help us.
Because I was wondering, obviously you've had points this season where players are not maybe at the top of their form, and now you've got maybe a clutch of them perhaps not playing as well as they did earlier this season. Is there a tendency maybe tomorrow to play some of them, to play some in the fall tomorrow night?
I understand that, but it's very difficult to distinguish competition, because in Milan they were outstanding. I think Milan has lost one in 3 years, yeah? And we go there and we were so dominant and it was a joy to watch the team. So we make those judgments as well with a little broader view.
Okay, everyone. See you tomorrow night.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.